56 years ago, Russia, the northern Ural Mountains. A group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a difficult winter expedition to reach the Otorten mountain. Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called Kholat. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found. The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much? The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle. It took the spring thaw 2 months later to enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche, or animals. Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
Hi, welcome back everyone. We're playing a game called Kholat, I believe. It was recommended by somebody who watches my videos. And I did want to play this when it came out, but I said it before, it was when it was popular and where a lot of people that make YouTube videos were covering it, so it would have made it a lot harder for, you know, anybody that does see it, including people that watch me, because YouTube likes to hide stuff that's named the same unless you're actually popular. But anyway, unless you're actually popular or unless you have a different take on it. I remember that this part of the game had a bit of difficulty because it doesn't tell you where to go. Because I remember watching people play this. And they were like, what do I do? I don't know what to do, so we're probably going to be as lost as they are. I saw that this game has mixed reviews on Steam. I didn't read them because, I don't know, I just don't like to be negative about a game for the most part, but hey. Especially if it was recommended, I'd rather just not look into what everybody else thinks about it. I can't jump, sadly, so I can't hop these fences. I could just walk forward. Doesn't seem like I can go anywhere in this area. So since it's all blocked off, we're just gonna walk forward and hope for the best. Because it seems like the building I couldn't get inside. Granted, I didn't check all of it, but hey. I'm just calling. That's my biggest idea, considering how games are played, you know? I mean, this is not... You could technically call this an old game, because it's nearing its decade mark. But, games nowadays have a good idea of how to be programmed, how to have good design, and this game, if it is designed well, it would mean that I would just have to go in one direction and not worry about anything, since it hasn't shown me anything else. Like, I can't really interact with anything. So we're just gonna keep walking. Also, this game is not extremely well optimized, because I kind of may leave it as a marker on how well optimized the game is, depending if my PC fan starts spinning. And if they start spinning, it means the games are not like too optimal. But it's also a very old game, so back then they didn't really have the idea of how to optimize things with game engines, especially with Unreal 4 being relatively new. Who's coming to me? What are you talking about? Who's talking? Obviously my character is talking, but like, who am I playing as a character? Is this like a... I mean, I don't want to compare this. I don't really want to compare games. But is this like a Blair Witch game kind of situation? Because if it is, I'm probably going to have a lot of fun. I loved the Blair Witch game.
In the end, the only thing I saw was a flash. An insufferable burning light. The pain ripping apart my body. I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I was nobody. Nothing. The light went out and I vanished into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
If I just keep walking, the game teleports me back. I don't know if you noticed that. Also, I fell in the hole and now I'm in a different, like, zone, which is fine, you know? I get how games are. I don't know what the game wants me to do. Is it like an audio thing? Yeah, I have to follow the sound. That's why we kept getting teleported back. Press E.
I am right behind you. Have you ever tried to hold on to your humanity? When others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will. When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment. When you could really not remember your sins. When they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark. The problem is that in their darkness, you have never been alone.
That was pretty good so far. I like that one. F for survival info. That was F for flashlight. Did I read the wrong letter? We'll figure it out, dude. Q for survival info, E for survival info, X. Ooh, C for compass. F for flashlight. I'm not seeing any survival info. What do you got? Press E.
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area, so I reported to the unit myself to be automatically assigned to the case. I arrived at Vichy on February the 19th, a couple of days before the Institute's rescue group. While waiting for them, I started asking around to see if anyone from among the locals knew anything about the incident. One of them said he had a hunting cabin in the search region and knew the area very well. I decided to use him as a guide. When the rescue team had finally arrived, I explained to them what the unit's role was in this mission and that all discoveries or observations should be brought to my attention before anyone else's. We established priorities, checked the equipment, and set off right away. It was not until February the 26th we found the tent that I believe belonged to the students. Initial findings show that the people in the tent cut its sidewall and for some reason tried to escape from it in panic. The tracks in the snow led to a forest 1.5 kilometers away. But the trail went cold after 500 meters, and we had to carefully search the entire area. This was not a place of any average incident. We had shivers crawling all over our bodies because of the atmosphere surrounding us. I was convinced that something more than just an accident had occurred here. I had the feeling we were dealing with something unnatural.
Got this voice acting in this game because I was not gonna read that. Hey yo. Damn. I always think the moon is gonna kill me. Oh, I actually died. I thought I was supposed to stay there. Anyway, we're just gonna go. Let's stay, buddy. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'm sure I'll know what path to take. Press E. Okay, so I'm assuming that's me. That's where that was. Where are we going? Where do we want to go, though? Like, where do we want to go? Okay, so that's where that was. Go the trail behind this camp. Read that bridge. Oh, there's where we want to go, I'm assuming. Yeah, we already did that. So we want to go to 7. Wow, okay. This is going to be something. 7N they want? 7N 52? 52E? Yeah, 52E is like right there. How we get there, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And then 10th is this. So I'm assuming this is the path. I could be dumb and going the wrong way, but hey. Also, oh, okay, I was gonna say, I dislike how there is no map all the time, but I am happy that that I have one that I can pop at an input moment. This is actually something that I might enjoy. That's the mountain, or is that the red? Is that I can't point at it right now, but I'm assuming that's the mountain that I want to go to. Now, how I'm gonna get there? It might only be reachable from the right side, which if that's the case, I'm going the wrong way. I do have a strong feeling that if I go through this, I won't be able to go through there, but maybe I can because of that little pathway. I mean, it doesn't even look like this works, but it might be tunnels. These might be tunnels. I don't know. I think we should check something else out because I don't know how well we're gonna get there. So we go 54 and 61E. 54 north and 61 east. So we in that little crater, and we just go backwards from the camp. I don't know if I have like, because they say press O button for survival info. Let me look at the options real quick. They say press this button for survival info. Key bindings. Journal, flashlight, compass, map. E just to use, to strafe, crouch, run, zoom, map, compass, journal. I guess there is no survival info. I'm just gonna assume I'm not gonna freeze to death out here. And I'm also gonna assume that this is the camp that's on this map. I mean, I have nothing else to go by besides that. And also besides the fact that it's not lit up when I use this map. That camp is not lit up, but when I press this, it becomes lit up. Or like it's not red anymore. You get the point. It changes, so it makes me assume that this is the red camp. We're trying to go in there, so we're just gonna go directly opposite of this camp and go to that point, yeah, basically. But I believe this is where we're gonna end the video. I don't want to make these episodes too long, so I'll see you on the next one while we walk down through this path, and we hope you don't get confused with this one. Anyway, later.